This is Lexicon's Games, and we are continuing our playthrough of Spellcaster University's hardest level. The goal of this series is to demonstrate that Spellcaster University is a highly complex game in spite of its cute graphics. As you can see here at the bottom corner, we have fulfilled all 3 quests for this mission, and we are simply waiting for the timer to run out. It can make sense to delay the timer as long as possible in order to get your students more experience, but we are not going to do that, or not necessarily. Green unicorn cheese, demonic. Green circle cheese, same thing. Unicorn circle cheese. All right, let's try unicorn circle cheese. We'll put one of those in. Let's see. Having just said that I didn't want to slow down the Lord of Evil, we're going to do that. At least for 1 month. Green unicorn. At this point, it doesn't really make sense to admit new students, as we are that far from the end. It does make sense to increase the efficiency of classrooms where students are already being taught. Let's find a bed that someone's already sleeping in. That won't do much. Let us not waste any time. Guard, Warlock. So we are looking for traits that are permanent. So this one is an instantaneous one. It does not give us benefits beyond this playthrough. Many of the permanent benefits are small, but they are cumulative. So for example, we will soon be getting, let's see, nope, that didn't work. We will soon be getting quite a bit of gold every time we interact with the king, even though each individual student only gave us 5 or 10 gold per interaction with the king. But you graduate a lot of them, you get a lot of benefits. Also, we are drastically increasing our enchantment workshops, but only by half a percentage point at a time. So any individual graduate doing something like that will not provide a significant benefit. But once you get a lot of them, the benefits are significant. And I think that the most beneficial is the Archmage. But I do like increasing the potion learning speed because that is very important for dungeons. Reduces the cost of salaries. Zombie is a necromancer who is slow and a bit lazy. Okay. So the Archmage, which increases the rate at which students generate magic by 1% per Archmage, is most important. And at this point, we probably have less than 10. So our Archmages might not yet be having a visible effect. The reduced cost of a card trait is not terribly useful except for the first few cards, because once you're paying 500 or 1,000 per card, paying 3 less isn't much. But if you're paying 100 for your first card, paying 3 less is quite a bit. Now I always go forest, desert, and then volcano. The lake will really help our students learn, but we want to have a upgraded students before we get there. The Eternal Encyclopedia is a tremendous benefit. Cost of cards increasing half as fast is one that really scales. Now, you might think in the past this was the best one, but now faction relationships worsen faster, so that's no good. Students having extra flaws is really awful. This one, which on the face of it would seem like the worst one, is not the worst one because the university's upkeep costs actually do not scale that much. So getting 1.5 times is not terrible. And because we get fires spontaneously breaking out on this one, I do strongly recommend taking the janitor. So we will, as always, put a refectory up there. And oh, look, we have our Halloween decorations. We have, I think that's a turnip pumpkin. I mean, a turnip jack-o'-lantern. A turnip-a-lantern. We got spiders. I think we got bats. So we'll put the janitor here. Uh, that's okay. It's not great. Let's make this look more palatable. Light sleeper, jack of all trades is great, so is athletic. If I had more houses, I would go with jack of all trades and put the 3-year students in this house. But athletic is useful for everyone, and they rest faster. This could be an extremely successful run through. Now, as always, we really want, well, we want the alchemy room there. We really want, and here's one of the few cases where I will take a clumsy teacher because pedagogy good versus bad. Bad is minus 20% learning, good is plus 10%. We really want places for our teachers to rest. Corpore sano needs growth rate slower. We really want them to get a place to rest, and I don't have any of them. Okay, private apartments. Now let's add our students. Slow isn't great, but we'll accept it. We will remove the general class, which provides no benefits. We will go to the head teacher's office and request the sanest scholars. And we will let our students arrive. Now we have actually more teachers than I would usually have at this point. And a slight chance that we'll get a bright dining room. I think we can take that. That will also accelerate our school by giving us 10 prestige, which will give us more students. 1, 2, 3. Shifty student, don't want that. Bully, don't want that. So now our school already has 11 students, which is more than usual. And we already had our first fire. Now, I'm going to take the enchantment workshop because that's really important for dungeon diving. And in this particular map, we may get 3 separate dungeons. Okay, we will take a Mandragork. And we got a teacher's lounge. This is going to be a fantastic trip. Oh, by the way, so how much gold are we, oops, how much gold are we getting every time we talk to the king? We have 17 guards worth, so that's 85 plus 30 is 115. That's a reasonable amount. Now the Archmage, we've already promised to get one. then we might not actually achieve that. Archmage, we have 1. So right now we're gaining 1% increase to mana gain. That is not going to have a significant effect. We have all of the classrooms now except for purple. Infirmary, might as well. I'm not going to put it yet because I like to put it up here next to the towers. That's too bad. That event later on is a real benefit, but if you get it right now and you can't afford to do what they want you to do, it hurts you. We will help. We want to generate both blue and purple magic. And if we get a curriculum, we want it to be that as well. We definitely can't afford shifty students since the environment itself will just set fires. And there you can see it's great to have a janitor who will take care of those fires. Has a stable. All right, where are we now? Peasants 15, Kingdom 15. 225. All right, I'll actually put a dormitory up there and an infirmary. Runic Spear is very good for dungeon diving. Some people say that you should not accept slow students, but our classes give us athletic. So we just admitted a slow student who is both slow and athletic. Slow, 20% slower and 25% faster. I do not know how the math on that ends up being calculated. Normally, I would not keep adding janitors, but on this specific level, I will take as many janitors as I can get. Do not have 200 gold, so I cannot buy. How much green magic do we have? We have enough green magic to solidify our reputation with the teachers, with the peasants, which will then lower teacher salaries. And teacher salaries are much more expensive than the facility maintenance. Put that there. Teacher salaries are usually the biggest expense. Yep. Now, if we don't, we got an arcane room. I was going to say, if we did not get an arcane room, I would save some of this gold for the arcane room. In fact, I'm going to put another set of private apartments up there. We've got another fire going, but it is being put out. Diversity brings strength. We are up to 40 prestige. We can also build some residences over there. Runemancer. Potions and assassination is actually pretty good. So let's look up the reference. Let's see. Portal Master would... I don't have that on the list. Runemancer increases alchemy mana gain, so that's not so great. And Contract Killer actually gain 15 gold each time. Ooh, but you need potions 5. Runemancer. I don't know what the Runemancer is. Oh, there it is. Runemancer. Right. Runes 5. That's no good. So Portal Master. Increases portal earning rate by 1. like any of these. Runes, portal, and retribution. Potions and assassination. Do like potions and assassination. Assassination 3, potions 5. That is tough. It is tough to guarantee assassination of 3, because this one is runes of 5 and portal and retribution of 1, so we'll go with that. And then we can create a curriculum that for the moment is Alchemy Apprentice. Is just alchemy plus curriculum. And we're going to forbid nature. A private bedroom right above the infirmary. I always like the idea of sending students to the infirmary. Might as well put one of them in there. No bullies. Yes, the teacher is so magical that she doesn't notice that there's a fire in the enchantment room. We now really need as many rune events as we can get. Luckily, I happen to know that there is an item that also teaches rune magic, and that will also be helpful. So there is the runestone. We'll put it here. Everybody will learn rune magic. We do still want to have potion magic. And we do still want to have so we want to have the other blue disciplines as well. So I cannot justify using only rune or only potions. The clan banner. So we will improve our relations with the orcs. We are generating some cheese. Yes, our alchemists can help you. That means that our peasants are now up to 50, which actually means we could, I think, unless it requires 60, I think we could purchase another refectory, which would either go up here or over there. Jack of all trades, Shadow Jack. And we are hoping to generate one more alchemical item. 50, 31. Enjoy the hunt. So we will put a dormitory over here as well. We do also want to start generating arcane magic just because of the requirements of the quest for this area. That's a good spot to put the crucial rune teaching room. So now we want to try to drive as much traffic in that direction as we can. With another dormitory. So portal magic up there would be useful. Library, arcane room, Mandragork we already have. We will put that special bed for the janitor. Portal magic? Oh, always take this. Magic 25% faster is just an insanely wonderful bonus. we have another alchemical component. What would green alcohol cheese be? Looks like we don't have it yet. What can we do about that? We will have a cheese bouquet. Bouquet? Banquet? Alright, prestige is rising very fast. Faster than usual. Students are sleeping in the other bedroom. Someone just set a fire here. And someone put out the fire. That is very good. This is also important for dungeons. Put it here. Enjoy the hunt, Your Majesty. Still want to put a portal thing up there. If I could get an assassination retribution thing in here, that would be great. Better bed. We will put that there. As we get the beds, we start generating. Ah, good. We need the observatory up here, where it always goes. A bright refectory. So we will put that here so that our rune teacher can rest or eat very easily. You can see the rune teacher has immediately gone to rest. Interdimensional rune, portal magic. Now, normally I would want to have an elemental magic room, but I want students to get portal magic, so I will not do that. Phoenix. Also to improve the dungeoneering that we will be doing. New half-orcs. And another alchemical component. The wings. So we've got the alcohol and we've got the wings. So what is green alcohol cheese? I don't like any of those. So we have the option of discarding. Take more students, but not a bully, thank you. All of the sevens and any, oh, well, that might work. Will go into the general school. Huh. Well, this is an extra special teacher services area because it has both a dining room and a teacher's lounge. Counselor's office. Why not? We'll already start attacking the Lord of Evil. We are not yet generating enough purple magic to get to 500 in each. We just heard our reputation with the Adventurers Guild, but our reputation with the Inquisition is coming along nicely. All in one cauldron, definitely like that. Let's see if we get, I'd like to put another dining room there. Conscripted mage, adventurer, craftsman, adventurer, arcane scholar. Pig chamber, finally. That goes there. Put the coat of arms here. we will increase the power of the alchemy room. We will get rid of some of our teacher's negative traits. Green circle cheese is shadow magic. That's fine. Assassins. That's probably worthwhile. And another janitor lodge, which we will put here. Janitors can also go in out-of-the-way locations because they don't go back to their rooms that often. Going to avoid putting down dojos. Let's see, do we have enough reputation? We needed 50. Okay, good. So another dining room up here. Werewolves. Every magic school should have werewolves, obviously. I shouldn't have put that courageous student in the curriculum school because they will fight better, so it would have made sense to put them in the general school, which is where our fighters. That's nice. Let's hope that our enchanters learn some heroism. I don't want to have a heroism room, but I do want students to wear armor, which they do by learning heroism magic. Elemental shoulder pads will generate money faster. Might actually see if we can improve our arcane room, because we do need to generate more arcana magic. We need to get 500 and 500. Sacred Halo. Actually, I could have put that. Next time I get one, I will put it up there. Improve the Assassin's Arena. Free to join whatever side, so that brings Kingdom down to there, but we're now back on the side of the Adventurers Guild. Improve the stables. Green. Circle alcohol. Green circle cheese. Green alcohol cheese. Circle alcohol cheese? I don't see that. Circle cheese. I'm not usually still figuring out how this grid works this late in a run. Usually, okay, what is green alcohol cheese again? Green. Alright, we'll take it. Green alcohol cheese. Green alcohol cheese. Wolf's Tooth, definitely like that. Prison. That is also useful to get our students to go where we want them to go. Alchemy Apprentice. 200. Want to get 500 in each of these. Luckily, we are suddenly generating quite a bit of arcane magic. Shiny gold pendant. And there we are. So, we talk to the dwarves. We bring them ammo. We have to do that 6 times. We've just done it once. But it did give us some prestige. Green bed is also somewhat useful. Put a psychologist up there, not a clumsy one. Do we want a janitor over here as well? Alchemist can craft what you need. Orc relationship now at 47, so we're above 25 for everything except the Adventurers Guild. Dormitory. Good. What is circle alcohol cheese again? Oh yes, cleaning. Don't need a cleaning potion right now. I want to either have the retribution there or there. Another rune stone. Put it in here. Probably should have put it in the dining room, but I didn't. No bully. We put all the 7s in the general because they will usually be our dungeon crawlers. Circle alcohol cheese. Well, let's see if we need some cleaning done. Did at least give us 1 prestige. And we are well on our way to our next 500. Ritual components. Really nice. There are... that's what I wanted. Let's put that here. The ritual components are one of 2 types of items that can give you a random artifact. We don't need alcohol. We might as well get a critter. We are running out of critter spots, and so we could use another stable. Oh, second time we've contacted the dwarves, further increasing our prestige. The health brisk waffle maker. Every school should have one of those as well, of course. Normally I would place the enchanted chest down, but I am placing the rune items. Alright, let's try this. Definitely want something. Actually, I want a janitor there. Truth chamber. That's great. Not yet, but I will spare no expense. Okay. We have a stadium. And we will take care of the sewers. A lot of cost to prestige, obviously, because we're sending students into the sewers. Nice. We're seeing some runic spears appear at 3. We will wait a year before sending students into the dungeons because those are not the levels I want them to be at, but they are progressing nicely. Black Dragon. Second to last. Slot. Portal and enchantment. No, I don't. Oh, maybe we'll speed up the rune learning. Oh, look, we've got some dirt in the interdimensional room, so there it goes. Time to spruce up the stadium. add to the greenhouse. We don't have a unicorn yet, so we'll get it out of there. Medical bed or stained glass window. I'm actually going to put up the stained glass window because of the slight chance of getting a midwife. Runic spear. I was going to get a potion room, maybe I won't. Animal archivist, librarian. Rune master. That's fine. Shifty. We do not accept shifty students. Village banner. Yes, please. Okay. Turn back the timer a bit. Further increase the efficiency of the arcane room. We're at 500, 500 again. Int pine. Actually, this would be useful for creating archmages because it gives us some disciplines that I don't usually look for. Infernal wings. I would like to get void potions, but alchemist can lend a hand. How far are we on the peasants? We're back to 55. And I could, if I wanted to, but first we're going to talk to the dwarves. 5 more prestige. Could, if I wanted to, buy another dining room here. Also didn't get these. I will put one up there. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Circle, alcohol, cheese. Guild banner, great. So now we have orcs, guild, and peasants. That is nice. This will go somewhere. Another green bed down here. We will want our students that go in unicorn, alcohol, cheese. Is one of the bottled glory items, which is very good. It was saying we could purchase, oops, not that. We could purchase another kitchen over there. I will not focus on that kitchen. Demon tapestry. That is very good. Alright, we are now saving up for our next 500. We might as well put that stable in here, although we could put it up there. Oh, that's a lot of fire. And we'll put another student relaxation hall over there. And we will wait till this hits 500. We are already at 60. Oops, and it is full. So let's see what we have now. We have a pair of four strength enchanters, both of whom are carrying runic spears. The best fire magic I have is 2, but it also has a runic spear. Now, I'm going to move Audrey to the front because this person has healing worth 3. So Audrey will get healed. He will start the adventure. And that is why we put the Fire Mage in the front, to hopefully get rid of rats. Not good. Oh, that's nice. Now, the enchantment in combat should paralyze our opponent, but it hasn't been. There it did. So, now all of our students get to attack, and that battle is over. Threat to the entire region. Potions. I think we will take the bonus for the Adventurers Guild. And notice these cultists only are strength 1. This is one of the toughest combinations of units you can meet in the dungeon when they're stronger. Massacre them all. This will be a tough one. Not as tough as I feared. And the 18 shields is quite magnificent. And we have already paralyzed all the remaining monsters. Good. I think we're going to go far, even if we have to keep jumping the threat level. Well, that's not good. Skull and sword and stone. Well, it's a 10. It can hit us twice before we take damage to health. The shields regenerate automatically after battle. The health on the left, which is all 10s, requires a healing potion. We only had 1 healing potion. Now we have 4. Definitely want that. But this is going to be a tough battle because of all those shields. Maybe we'll get some retaliation. Did not. Okay, let's see if we can paralyze. We paralyzed 1. Notice that their shields regenerate every time they hit us until the shields are gone. We have 1 phoenix feather for healing a student. Actually looks like we won't need it, but that was certainly dangerous. Nope, student is dead. So we might not go as far into this dungeon as I was hoping. We will banish the demon within. We will bring back new flavors. Dragon is actually less scary than some of the other monsters we've fought. As we get 3 shots at paralyzing it each round, and we can survive that 18 attack, which would be -2 for the shield, as you will see here. But if it hits us again, we will lose 2 students. So this is a classic game mechanic where you, oh dear, push your luck. And I don't have much double damage. I was hoping to at least paralyze one of those dragons. But we've already lost 1 pair of students. And we aren't getting them back either. One of them has time magic. That's nice. Well, we might get out of here safely. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. So all of our students died. We gained no prestige, but oh, they gave us the dragon cards from the creatures that killed us? Might as well put this here. Refectory. Elementalist Dojo. I do not want that. Yes, put that there. Sword and stone. All in one cauldron. Skull. And we can put these 3 up here. The power tiara. Circle. Cheese. Sleeper soul. And I will hold on to all of that red and yellow magic to increase our reputation with the dwarves. Which means I can spend this. We always give students in jail a portal to another world. Green. Green circle cheese. Green unicorn cheese. Magic teacher. Okay, so we don't have anything from the curriculum yet. Shifty, no thank you. Shifty and slow is even worse. Increase the efficiency of the alchemy room. Inquisition banner, very nice. We do want to get along better with the Inquisition. Every magic school should. Crystal ball is extremely useful. Remove flaws from our teachers. Chamber of Truth. Let's ask the king to handle it. Our reputations are now, we are over 75 with the kingdom and the Inquisition. That's very good. When we get to 80, we get another bonus. Let's just try this. Unicorn, cheese, sleeper soul. We got a sacred elixir, that's okay. Green circle, alcohol. Green, don't need that. I do want a mushroom, but I do want these as well. Oops, I meant to put that there. Okay, city under the mountains, we are up to 75. I also like to have that at the entrance so that as many students as possible coming into the school are intimidated into acting better. I definitely wanted the parka fit. Always put that in the astronomy room for no reason that I can logically explain. If we get blue circle unicorn, that would be nice. What is green alcohol cheese? Okay, we'll do that. Purple dragon, very nice. Almost out of dragon slots again already. Improve the efficiency of the light room. That teacher has to come all the way down here to get refreshments. Ambitious. And we will finish the Dwarven quest. Means we can put another stable out there in case we get more dragons. Evil banner next to the guild banner. That will create some very dysfunctional students if they try to follow both. I need to set up a ball. I think this might end up being a dormitory, but we shall see. Trophy room would have been useful. Now let's see what our students are like in the curriculum. How many of them? I definitely need more rune teaching. All right. Going to prohibit shadow now. And that will further restrict your studies. I'd love to get a, oh, there is one there. Interesting. Runes 1. And a potted unicorn. We'll put it over there, but it's still good. Interdimensional room. Didn't mean to admit that shifty student. Assassin's Arena. Component supply. Very good. Always try to get 2 stained glass windows in the greenhouse so that those students are more likely to become midwives. Interesting. Blue circle unicorn. Yeah, blue alcohol cheese. What is blue circle green? Sacred. We'll take it. Fire in the greenhouse. Weapons and shield. Not what I was hoping for. No bully. have to put another teacher's lounge up here. Need more unicorns. That we do want. Where do we want it? We'll put it here. Herbalist boards are good. I'm not sure where. I'll put them up there. Yes, we can take care of it. All right. Now things will be much harder. No, I don't want that there. Mystical Eye. Again, intimidate any student who is entering school. The Elven Bow, somewhat useful. If a student gets it, or they either get that attribute or they don't get it. There's nothing really in between. Reduce odds of misbehaving, that is always good. With bankroll on expedition. Unicorn alcohol cheese blue. Alcohol cheese for more money. Might as well put those up there. Might get a library here. Shiny gold pin. Aha! Unicorn alcohol cheese or blue circle alcohol? Blue. Very much want that. I should have saved a spot for a blue dragon elsewhere, but I did not. Shifty. Alchemy Apprentice. Might as well use it. I was hoping to save the unicorn horn to increase our prestige. Send up most of the vampires into the curriculum. Very nice. That is now up to 35%, which is not great, but it's not negative. It's at 27%. That's at +5. Grotesque statuette. I do not have a place I would like to put you. I'll put you in the enchantment room. Summer. Green cheese. Sleeper soul. Okay. Light magic room. Oh, there's someone misbehaving. Okay, and we are at full, which means we can go into... This is a less dangerous dungeon than this one, which is the one where... I forget. We have a 3 fire, that's good. 4 is good. That's wonderful for the front line. It's a lot. And now, do we have anyone with healing spells? We do not. In fact, 4 have a 5. All right, put the 4 in this row and the 5 in that one. I'm going to switch these two around because that 20 health really is impressive. And then we will put the fire at the second spot. Enchanted chests are made for enchanters. Kill the beast. Look at all of that armor on our front row. That is really impressive. Enchanted chests are made for enchanters. We have 3 petrify and 3 phoenix feathers. We have the knowledge to open. This is one of the best things you can get in the entire dungeon. A lot of new students and some alchemy magic. I think we're going to take this one. Usually I would take the other one. Oh dear. We did not paralyze the demon prince. That was not good. But we got through it. Enchanted chests are made for it. We are going to leave this with so much alchemy magic. Paralyze both of them, that's great. Blue dragon. Actually, let's take the blue dragon. Take the prestige. And we will petrify. 21 will kill our students at the second hit. Luckily, we have been paralyzing it. Demonic chamber. Paralyzed. This is going to be hard. Not sure I should have done this. If I can eliminate that first rank demon, yes. Alright. We got a paralysis. Time travel is good. Multiple hits. We're through the shields. Both demons are paralyzed. What level of demon do you have? Huh, I don't even know. Doesn't even say that you have. Get some gold. Alright, we have one blue dragon. We don't need the other. We don't need more of those dragons, so we would need 8 assassination. We don't have it. Usually At this point, I would have 8 assassination in my party. And I would take this, and that would be a lot of gold. We are always happy to help the peasants. We're nearing our limit for this dungeon. This is also dangerous. Each hit takes an armor away, although not permanently. But we might actually get hurt, and we don't have healing potions. We have phoenix feathers, but not healing potions. So this will be dangerous. Leave it alone. Find another way. Aha, we got our first healing potion. That's nice. Still don't want to fight demons right now. But that we could fight. Well, actually, if it hits us once, it kills the party. Not quite, nearly. No, I don't want. I love big chests or interesting books. Let's get that one. Keep forgetting that that particular student has time travel. Which has been extremely useful. But if we survive this, I think we will leave. I guess we're not. Are you going to hit the other student? Oh no. One paralyzed, not paralyzed. Okay. Okay. Not paralyzed, paralyzed. Not paralyzed. Lost all 4 students again. That was not great. I have a tremendous amount of magic. Going to start throwing most of them into the curriculum. But not all of them. Okay, armed chest. We'll put that there. Spellbook in the food room. The spellbook gives you a random chance to get an aptitude for any kind of magic. Blue, great. mechanical wings. Put one of these over here. And astonishing quantities of arcane magic. That is interesting, yes. So this is also improving the runes, but we're still only at 2. The harp can go in the stadium. It's like having an organ. Another crystal ball up here. Magical hat up there. What is the level of this teacher? Good. So that's fine. Demonology and portal magic to set back the timer. Portal and enchantment, why not? Not for that. Private bedroom, increase efficiency. Teacher's lounge, increase efficiency. Dormitory, might as well put one there. Hermit crab. Put that there. Criticality prism. Yes. That is really what we wanted here. Now, the teaching of rune magic. You are at level 1. You are at level 4. That's really amazing. That is quite rapid teaching. Magic teacher, Sandman. Do also want to get an archmage. Means we should probably put a bedroom up there. Green circle unicorn, no use. Well, for the moment we can put a private bedroom here. The Assassin's Arena will now have a Nightingale and obstacle course. Not worthwhile to put in a potion thing yet. At the end of year 8, we will go into the dungeon again. Always put the ivy in the stadium because it's a bigger room, so it has a larger adjacency. Royal Grant. Alchemy room. We've been recording for a little bit over an hour. there? Oh, yes, that would be useful. Raven pads. Time magic. Where would I put time magic? Put it up here. Infirmary. Someone's caught there. So we will save the game, quit to main menu, and then continue. That is an issue that has not been fixed in this game. Characters sometimes get caught on the scenery. Green circle, unicorn, destruction potion. Green, unicorn, cheese. Did we ever get... yes, we did get a gel. New elves. Okay, so before we go into the dungeon, our Inquisition reputation is 100, adventure peasants in the 80s, kingdom down to 45. Improve the refectory. Give you a clock to plan out your day. Order a coffee machine. I don't really want any of those. Green circle. What do you got for me? Okay. Another janitor. And let's see what we get here. Hopefully we will not kill this group of students. Nope, we need to wait a year. Two, one, one, three, three. Green circle cheese. Okay, we'll take it. Medical bed, very useful. I like to put the medical beds near the stadium in case students get injured in the stadium, which does happen. Let's take another look at what our party would be like. Really don't have the enchantment. We are getting the rune levels. I might not go to this dungeon. Guard, archivist. Another thing we could do is actually go into the dungeon and have our students survive. That might be nice. Green unicorn alcohol. For avoid closing potion. Bully. Greenhouse. Archangel Wings. Which requires 7 levels. It takes a while for students to actually find any advantage from that. Put the library here. Blue. Circle. Unicorn. Yay! Teacher's Lounge. Get our students smarter. That is at 71%. That is really good. Students are free to join whichever they like, which puts us up to the Lord of Evil. That will take a chunk out of the counter, I think. The timer. Royal Banner. We didn't have one of those. We now have all 6 banners. And now as we approach the fall, what will our potential student army look like? Don't need that. Unicorn, alcohol, cheese, more prestige. Necro staff, not likely to activate. Backfinery, ooh, interesting, just in time. 5, alright. Well, students, let's go in here and not die. We're not sending, oh, we're not sending a 5 runes student in there, or a 4 runes student. What's the best fire we've got? Not much. In fact, we don't even have much potions. Interesting. So we won't be generating many potions. That one would. So that's our best potion generator. And he has 2 fire. And that one also has 2 fire, but this one is +1 damage. So we will put that one in the front row, plus a chance of getting double damage and a blood pact. This will be interesting. Bosses have more health. So this will actually be an easier dungeon than the last one. Get the gold. Actually, I should have killed the beast. Well, first of all, you want to kill the beast because you get flat reputation, but this gold scales as you go through the dungeon. So if you get this event again, it's better to get the gold later than earlier because you get more gold later, whereas you get the same reputation amount, whichever one you do. Items. That gives us a key, and the wolves are only doing 2 damage at this point, so that's not a problem. Our students are used to diffusing traps. Bring new flavors. Dragon egg. Nice thing about at least 5 damage is that the most shields any monster will have is 4. So our fire mage, although not very powerful, will at least do a point of damage. Case in point. There we go. 1 point to each of you. Bring new flavors. Dragon egg again. We are generating some healing potions, but not many. Love big chests, or yeah, we'll get the spell books. We'll take the telescope. Our students are used to diffusing traps. We have a key. Get more healing potions. That was really nice to get those extra healing potions. That will increase the duration at which we can last in this dungeon. We don't need that gold. We'll take this to avoid a fight. We'll take the prestige. Yes, we'll protect you. We will arm our spells. Huh. Nice. Let's fight. Do not like the demon. Let's take the alchemy one. Usually I would take renovations, but we want every rune that we can get. I almost always take healing, and here especially where we are not. Sorry guys, didn't mean to bother you. Gain reputation with the Lord of Evil. Guinea pig. We don't need. Skull in the stone. Try the golden key. Try the old key. Now we are out of keys. Whew. I think we're going to leave this dungeon soon. Well, not quite yet. Yes, we will protect you. Arm your spells. You have... Well, we're going and give you speed. That did hurt. Healing. Let's fight. Let's give you bark skin, and this will be, we have reached level 50. Last time we went to 75 and everybody died. Nice. That was very lucky. We'll take another alchemy wing, and we will. Ooh, we got a celerity. All right, one more. One rat hit kills us. That is a sign that we have gotten too far into this dungeon, and we are getting out of here with all of our students healed. 47 prestige, 5,000 gold. Net reputation with Lord of Evil 0 because we got plus 10 and minus 10. Adventurers Guild. And we got, I think we got, yes, we got a lot of alchemy. Put that there. The spellbook can go in the room. The planar telescope, if you reach up there, that's all yours. You can stay extra. Enchantment. Alchemy. I am not going to put potions into this because we are still working on the curriculum. The Goonie Pig. Oh, well, that goes over there. And yes, if you get there, you can stay another year. Time travel. Spellbook. Enchantment. Spellbook. I think the spellbooks are great for sleeping rooms because if they trigger once and they give you some students learn 30% faster. If they trigger and some students learn one school of magic, they can go back there, and I believe it can trigger again and give that same student another school of magic. Now we will take rehabilitation. We did not gain much reputation with the king. Green cheese, sleeper soul. Okay. More greenhouse. Our alchemist can craft what you need. Now the orcs should be at, that is a huge benefit. That is a discount on what you need to reach to get on the amount you need in order to trigger a new card. So that is very good. Might as well put a crypt up here. I mean, what's a magic school without a crypt, really? Spellcaster. Now you see all of these old one students are also setting back the timer a bit. Light, arcane, and mostly alchemy. As I said, we put the medical beds under the stadium. We will shamelessly kick back the timer. Unicorn alcohol, geez. Private bedroom. More rune scriptorium. Put almost everyone in the curriculum. It takes so long. Ooh, that'll be even better. That teacher will be generating an insane quantity of criticals. If I had to put down another rune place, I'm not sure where I would place it. Sleeper salt, alcohol, cheese, glory. Students are learning at a tremendous rate here. You're up to 4, you're up to 5. And that one would graduate having completed the curriculum. Put another tribal bed down there. The refectory. Oh, didn't want that. So some of our non-curriculum students will do well enough in that classroom to also graduate. Oh, and they've got, that's a lot of bonuses, but the arcane crystal staff. It's too bad. You could have also been an archmage, which is another reason we like these green beds. They give students some magic disciplines they might not otherwise have. It is all coming together. I think we will graduate at least one student this year in the Runemancer curriculum. Or elves. Green, unicorn, alcohol. think we have many druids, but that's a very nice skill to get. Get students out of jail faster. Play the void potion. Circle alcohol cheese. Blue circle unicorn. There we go. More arcane magic. Alchemy room. And now let's see what our students have graduated as. The new careers. Werewolf is good. Archmage. Didn't get it. One runemancer. Yes, who could have been an archmage. That one also could have been an archmage. Okay. At this point, I don't think... Nobody's coming to see our wonderful teacher. Okay, good. You fell asleep. Your runes are only at 2. Your runes are at 4, 5. Great. More werewolves. Very close. We have one runemancer. It's also worthwhile to get rid of some negative traits in the students, but usually I put these beds in the teachers' rooms first to get rid of their negative traits. Bully. Worker. Do we have? Inquisition. Well, okay. Everybody except Kingdom is over 75, which gives us significant bonuses. Oh, I let a shifty student into the school. Not good. Blue circle. That was either going to be a bottle of glory or a cleaning potion, so it worked either way. Let's put the runes here. We'll put a druid at the top of the school. Not many students will visit the druid, but those that do might come closer to earning an archmage. Flower crown. Now they just need 3 herbalism to get the flower crown. And I will put yet another one there. Green circle cheese. Sure, why not? those. Our super teacher is teaching again. No students yet coming in. Here they are. Well, let's put criticality prisms in all of the rune rooms. Don't always take the coffins. They can turn your students into vampires, which has... I don't understand the value of vampires quite the same way that I understand the value of elves, orcs, and the old ones. The old ones, student, priesthood. Let's make you a priest so that you don't go do stuff that often. Put another janitor down. Alchemical shoulder pads. Refectory. Okay, folks. One Runemancer. One Planewalker. An Archmage? Nope. At this point, I don't think it's worth adding students to the curriculum. How are our curriculum students doing? 3 runes. 4 runes. Well, I'm glad I didn't add a potion room. What about blue-green cheese? Blue-green cheese. That is almost always, but not always, a destruction potion. Don't actually want that. Yeah, 2 Runeancers. Blue circle unicorn. We can just keep spamming that. What are you doing there? That's not good. This will be almost 2 hours. I will have to stop soon. Green unicorn. Ant does go in the druid room. Blue circle. Unicorn. 400 prestige. That clock is moving very fast. Very, very fast. We may not have much more time. What is going on over there? Well, it doesn't matter because this session is basically over. And we may not have succeeded in our curriculum. Well, we got an archmage, so that's one of our tasks. 3 runomancers. 4 runomancers. 5 runomancers. Enchanters are great. Alchemy learning rate plus 1%. That's all 3 class types. We need 1 more runomancer, and we might not get it. We did. I think that's it. But I'm not absolutely certain that we did this. No, I think that means that we have, and we got a midwife. That's great. And so again, plus 3% by itself, not great. You would have to have a class of about 15 before you get an extra student, but you get plus 12%, and it's activating almost every time. Remember, we set that up with our greenhouse that had sacred windows because you need the herbalism magic and the sacred magic. Yes, we got all 3. $16 guards. How many archmages? 1 midwife, 1 archmage. Well, that's not great. We will go to the mountain peaks. This is very important. Curse of the old ones. Stupid. Poorer students. I would also take Curse of the old ones. And we will take the medical beds. So this will be for next time, but with the archives, we get 4 houses instead of 2 and 3 new student cards, which is a huge starting advantage. However, Jack of all trades and light sleeper, so that's a good short-term student who's going to learn a lot of first levels. And then gourmet and popular is okay. And that's not that great either. So we will start here next time. Meanwhile, I hope that I have proven to you that this is a really complicated, interesting game.